Ok, ahora vamos a hablar de los verbos como gustar, que en lección 2 en Español 101 aprendieron a expresar sus preferencias con gustar, que realmente no significa to like, sino significa to be pleasing to. Pero hay otros verbos que son similares en la formación. ¿Okay? Y tenemos algunos ejemplos, como me gusta ese champú, ¿te gustaron las clases? Okay, so the equivalent is I like that shampoo, but unfortunately like doesn't exist, so the actual literal meaning is that shampoo is pleasing to me. But of course, we don't use that phrasing in English. We would just say, I like that shampoo. We would say, do you like the classes? But the literal saying in Spanish is, were the classes pleasing to you? And this is important because me is different than I. Okay? In English, you and you is the same, but in Spanish, they're different, whether it's the subject or the object. If it's the subject, then it's tú, and if it's the indirect object, it's te. So that's where we get the me gustan and the te gustaron in los ejemplos. Okay. So as the examples show, constructions with gustar do not have a direct equivalent in English. The literal meaning is to be pleasing to, and so therefore it's pleasing to someone, requiring an indirect object pronoun, such as me, te, le, nos, and les. And so here's the example of me gusta ese champú. Okay, and so you can see the difference where the subject in English becomes the indirect object in Spanish, and the direct object in English, that shampoo, now is the subject. And therefore we see that really we only have two forms. Of gustar, we only have the él, ella, usted gusta, or if it was esos champús, then it would be gustan in the present tense. And so we only use the él, ella, usted or the ellos, ellas, ustedes forms. Okay. Here are some other verbs that function in the same kind of way as gustar. Verbs like aburrir, como me aburren las películas románticas. Okay. Encantar es como me encanta la clase. Faltar es que nos faltan muchos estudiantes en la clase. Fascinar, ¿te fascina aprender diferentes lenguas extranjeras? Importar, a Roberto le importa mucho la familia. Interesar, a mí me interesan las lenguas. Molestar, me molestan los pájaros de nieve. Y quedar, como los pantalones me quedan bien. And so they function very similarly to gustar. So here's some things to pay attention to. Faltar can express what is lacking or missing, like me falta una página. I'm missing one page. Okay, I could say me falta dinero. I'm lacking in money. Quedar expresses how something is left, like nos quedan 3 pesos. So we only have 3 pesos left. But it can also mean to fit. To tell how something looks on someone. Like, estos zapatos me quedan bien. Esa camisa te queda muy bien. Okay. So, quedar kind of has 2 meanings. Same as faltar. Okay. Now, just like gustar, where we typically have the él, ella, usted form, the third person singular, or the third person plural, ellos, ellas, and the second person plural, ustedes, the same thing's going to happen with the other verbs. And we still use the me, te, le, nos, and les. Okay? And it doesn't matter if it's in the present or if it's in the past. So here's some examples. Le encanta la película. So he or she loves the movie. Nos interesó el concierto. So the concert was interesting to us. Okay, we were interested in the concert, so it's past. Me importan las vacaciones. So the vacation was important to me, or actually we would use that in English. Les fascinaron los museos de Lima. Okay? They were fascinated by the museums in Lima. Okay? So it can be present or past, but we're still going to just use the él, ella, usted, ellos, ellas, ustedes form of the verb. Okay? To express what someone likes or does not like to do, use an appropriate verb followed by an infinitive. The singular form is used even if there is more than one infinitive. For example, nos molesta comer a las 9, pero les encanta bailar y cantar en las fiestas. Okay. One moment as I pause this a second. Okay, quería añadir algo. I just wanted to add something more to this PowerPoint, actually. Okay. First, as you learn in Lección 2, the construction of a with a pronoun like a mí, a ti, a usted, a él, etc., is used to clarify who you're talking about or emphasizing who is pleased, who is bored, who's bothered, etc. So the construction a plus a noun can also be used. Okay, for example, a los turistas. That's using the noun. A los turistas les gustó mucho Machu Picchu. A ti te gusta cenar en casa, pero a mí me aburre. Okay, and so we can use either the pronoun or the noun to give emphasis. Okay. And one last thing that I want to mention, this was not in your list of verbs. Okay. But I think it's very important for you to learn even at this stage. The verb caerse bien or caerse mal. Okay. It's reflexive, but it means like to get along with someone. Gustar should not be used with people because it signifies liking someone in a romantic way. So if you say something like, me gusta el profesor de biología, you really like that teacher. You have feelings for that teacher. So you don't want to say that. You would say, in other words, me cae bien el profesor de biología. You like the teacher because he, in this case, he is a good teacher. Now, if you do not like a person, let's say that, I really cannot stand my sister, me cae mal mi hermana. Gustar is to like, in the sense in English, to like something, like me gustan los dulces, les gusta el chocolate. Okay. So even though that wasn't introduced to you, I think that is a very important distinction to make, even at this level, and with caerse being a, being a reflexive verb, it fits with our chapter as well. Okay, so I hope this helps with the verbos como gustar.